Hey friends, how are you all doing today? I'm doing great. I'm sitting outside enjoying the nice weather because pretty soon it will be too hot to sit out here. But right now it is very comfortable out here. I've got the dogs out. They're running around playing and just having fun, chasing each other, and they might bark. So sorry about that in advance. They're dogs and that's what they do. Um, but I'm just enjoying the day, just sitting here. Feel like something's on me. I'm sitting here. There's a little round table in front of me that my tripod is sitting on, and I'm watching a little caterpillar go around and around and around the table. So anyway, oh, Phoebe wants me to pick her up. Um, I had some news I wanted to share with you guys. Some of you might already know this, but in case you don't know, I have an announcement to make. I'm a ding dong. Now, some of you may already know what that means, and some of you may be like, what? And some of you might be saying, we already knew that. Anyway, what that means is Olive at Stringy Ding Ding, who writes patterns and has crochet patterns, she has a deal where you can become a member of her website. I don't know. You can become a member of, I don't know, her group. And you become a ding dong. And so, whoa, Phoebe. And so for $6 a month, there's some benefits, and you're a ding dong. And you get some of her free PDF patterns every month. And her PDFs are like very, very nice. They are very super nice. Like, it's the best PDF patterns I've seen. And so, I don't get anything for saying any of this about Olive Stringy Ding Ding. I'm paying to be a member of her little ding dong group. But anyway, I told my friend Angela, who is not crafty, she does not crochet, she, does not do anything like that. I told her that I'm now a ding dong, and she said, you was already a ding dong. And so I told her about what it was, and she said, well, now you're a dumb ding dong because you're paying $6 a month to be a ding dong. She don't understand about patterns and things like that. So, although Stringy Ding Ding's patterns are very affordable, they're not expensive at all. Like, sometimes, you see patterns, they want $5 for this little amigurumi, and you're just like, I don't know. Especially if it's somebody you don't know how their patterns are written or worded or something. But I can tell you that Stringy Ding Ding's patterns are written very clearly, very clearly. It's so easy to understand. So anyway, I looked at the benefits and decided that I was going to give it a go. So I am paying the $6 a month to be a ding dong. And I'm proud to be a ding dong because her patterns are so nice. Phoebe, I'm going to put you down, okay? So, before I reviewed this book before. This is Olive's book, Plenty of Fish in the Sea, 20 Amigurumi Ocean Crochet Patterns. This book is so very nice. I just cannot even tell you how nice this book is. And I'm going to go ahead and show you the projects that I made in this book before, even though I have shared them before. But since I'm talking about Olive and Stringy Ding Ding today, I thought I would just show them one more time because they are so cute. So this is the book, and that she sells, and then she has patterns on her website. Okay, so the patterns that I made out of that book before is this Seahorse. It was so easy to make. I mean, it was super easy to make. And so I used this pink and this lime green for the fin and the little side fins. And so that's just so sweet. I love this. I really do. And so it worked up so easy. Like, I made this in one afternoon. Like, I didn't even start it till really late that night, actually. It's not like it took me a whole day. It just took a little bit of time in the late evening to do it. So that was the seahorse that I made from that book. And then I also made this fish from that book. And so I just love that. I love these little fins on the sides and the back. And it turned out so cute. So I love that fish and the seahorse. And if I come across anybody who is doing like a ocean theme for their baby nursery or something, I'm gonna like make all those, make them all and give to them. So anyway, when I became a member of Stringy Ding Ding, I was looking at her website, looking at some patterns that I wanted to make, and then I decided it would be beneficial to me to just become a ding dong. And so that's what I did. And so I saw a pattern on there that I wanted to make for my son Elijah. So I made him a cup of noodles. How cute is that? Oh my gosh, that is so cute. I love how that turned out. There's the noodles in it and peas and carrots, and I even strung some noodles over the side. And so this worked up so quick. I did use a 5mm hook on it, and so it's probably a little bit bigger than what is really intended, but I just like using a 5. You know, everybody has their favorite size that they use. I probably wouldn't go any bigger than a 5 for, you know, these type of projects. I could have used a 4, but I just grabbed my 5 out of habit, actually. But in the bottom of this, I did glue 5 of those clear glass stones that you get in that little net bag from Dollar Tree. And so I had purchased a couple of bags of those, and that's what I use when I have projects that I want to sit up, you know, and not have them, you know, fall over, or I didn't want the bottom rounded. I wanted it to actually sit. And so I made this one night while Elijah was at work. On the weekends, he works the graveyard shift as a nurse tech. And so he was at work, and I made this, and when he come home the next morning, I said, I made you something, and I gave it to him, and he loved it. He thought it was just the cutest thing. He thought it was so cool that I made the, now, I don't know if I want to say this right, ramen noodles. Now, at home here, I call them different things just to bug Elijah. I might call them ramen noodles or Roman numerals. I just say all kinds of weird things. But he loves the ramen noodles. He eats these a lot, even though, you know, they're not healthy. They got a lot of sodium in them and stuff, but he likes them. So there's a little close-up of the inside. It's the noodles and peas and carrots. And so I just thought it turned out so cute. I love that. And it worked out really easy. And I think the face on it is just cute as can be. So I made him this that night, and then I also almost finished another one that night, and I would have, but I needed to get some more stuffing, and it was in the bedroom where Big Daddy was asleep, and I didn't want to bother him. But I made Elijah this coffee cup, and again, I put the stones in the bottom. In this particular pattern, and maybe that one too, it does have where you could cut cardboard and put in the bottom. I'm not about that. I'm not about doing extra. So I just glued in those stones in the bottom of it, and it does sit up perfect. There's no issues with it sitting up or anything. And so I had made this that night also, and I had made it up to about right here, but I had only stuffed it about to right here, and I needed to get more stuffing, which was in my bedroom. I think it was in my closet, and I didn't want to wake Big Daddy up, so I just stopped. And then after he got up the next morning and I got up, I went ahead and finished stuffing it, and then you know, I didn't have very much to close up. But Elijah is the biggest coffee drinker. He's always drank coffee since he was probably an early teen, and he drinks teas too. He loves to steep, you know, tea bags and drink hot teas. So when I saw this also, I knew that that was perfect for him. So that's what I made him that night, was these 2 items, and he loved them. And so I gave them to him, but I took them back so I could share with you guys. So that is my 2 things. Oh, I made this also. I made this little yellow kitty cat. The pattern is on Stringy Ding Ding's website. It's really easy. You just work this up in one piece. There's no sewing on anything. You start here. Now she does have it where you stitch a nose on, but I just happen to have the little pink nose and the eyes sitting there beside me, and so I just put those on. And I had grabbed some yellow yarn. So I just started here, and you work around. It tells you what stitch to do to make these ears, and then you just keep going around. And it's when you get excuse me, when you get to the feet, it tells you exactly what to do to make these little feet, and then you just stitch on around till you get to the back feet. Follow the directions, and then you start closing it up here, and then it tells you just to make this little tail. So there's no cutting your yarn and reattaching, or no sewing on anything, or and I think on her website there's some little puppies like this. It might be some hamsters. I can't really remember. It's so many cute projects on there. I can't remember them all because I just get so overwhelmed and I want to make them all. But anyway, I really like this little kitten. And so I did take one of those clear glass stones from Dollar Tree, and I put inside the butt right here so that it sits up. Otherwise it would have been a little top heavy and the feet would have been up in the air. But that little stone, and I just put one back there, and it works perfect. It keeps it the head up, while it's sitting on a shelf. Otherwise it would kind of be a little bit top heavy. So it is so cute. So anyway, I made those, and then remember yesterday I made that doll, and I just kind of made up that hair. I had seen that before, but had never done that hair. I never even really looked at the directions to do that, and so I just kind of made that up and done that little hair for that little rag doll that I shared yesterday. And so last night I was going to finish that off, and then I thought about, where did I see that hair at? And then I remembered, then I remembered in this book there's this mermaid. So let me find her. Okay. So here's the mermaid, and so you could use this hair for other dolls, but I went ahead and made the mermaid, and she turned out so stinking cute. I mean, how cute is that? I just love her, and she's pretty big. See if I can show you how big she is. Yeah, she is so cute. I love her. And I don't think I'm going to give her to anybody. I think I'm going to just keep her. And the one in the book does have red hair. And it kind of reminds me of, Ariel from The Little Mermaid. And so I wanted mine to be a little different. So I gave mine yellow hair. And I don't like her mouth. The one in the book does not have a mouth. And that's probably what I should have done. I might just cut this one off. But she just had a lot of space there. And so I went ahead and tried to put a mouth. But I don't like it. And I know that mouths would look better probably with embroidery thread, but I didn't want to dig that out. I have some, but I didn't want to dig it out. And so, yeah, anyway, this is my mermaid. And I love her. Yeah, she's so cute. And I did use a 5mm H hook on her, and so she come out a little bigger probably than most people's, and plus I stuffed mine really well, and so it probably does come out a little bigger. But anyway, let me see if you can see her hair. So that's what I was really looking at, was the hair, and then I decided to make the project. So I made that last night, and the hair, now it looks like it's going to be complicated, but let me just tell you, Olive's patterns are very well written. if you just slow down and read the directions, they're easy to follow. And so that's what I did. I made the hair while I was watching a movie. And so the little section about making the hair is like really wordy because she's explaining how to do it, like simple, you know. And so I needed to repeat this like 17 times. And I think I ended up doing 18 or 19 because my stitch count was off. That don't matter. It's fine with me. So I just did 2 extras. Let me see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so I had 20. I think you was only supposed to have 17 of the really long strands. And I have 20 because my stitch count was off. Whatever. It turned out awesome anyway. I really love it. So anyway, what I was going to say is what I did was I read the directions and I was just like, what? And I read the directions again. And then I was like, okay, I made 1 strand, like I had made these already. And then I made 1 strand, and then I was like, okay, I gotta repeat that 17 times. And then I was like, okay, I just took a piece of paper and I simply wrote out, you know, the directions, like just what I needed to do, not the explaining how to do it. And so I could just glance at that for each time I was doing it. But then, you know, by the time you do a few, you remember what you're doing. So anyway, just to say that it's really easy to do. It's not complicated at all. So I like how she turned out. Let me just get bugs on everything. I think we might have a season for those love bugs. Those things go crazy everywhere. Anyway, that's my mermaid. I love her. And I love her hair. So when I make dolls from now on, I might do hair like this. Maybe not this long, or I might, you know, I'll change it up and do different things. But I love the way her hair turned out. And then after, you know, I put the hair on, I just kind of attached it and did it down. And if you watch my channel, you know that I didn't sew any of this on. I didn't sew the hair on. I didn't sew the bra on. I didn't sew the arms on. I didn't sew this little frilly part on. And I didn't sew these flippers on. I hot glued everything. So I hot glued this hair down. And then I held these up. And I put a strand of hot glue there. And then I put them down. And just held it there until it felt like it had cooled. And then I just kind of curled up the ends. See if you can see that. And then I started over here and I flipped up about 5 strands and just held the hair over. I put some hot glue in there and held that down until it cooled off. And then I just went around doing that all the way around. I just put a little, you know, a little glue to just hold that, the edge of this down really. And then after I got all that done, then I went back and I got about 5 strands and held it up and did some glue on the hair. And then I just pulled the hair down and held it when it cooled off so it would be good and stuck. And then I'd hold about 5 more up. And I did them one at a time. I did the strands one at a time. I would put some glue on it and then pull it down and the next one, and then I just kind of held them all down, letting it, you know, the glue dry. So anyway, like I said, I think I'm going to keep her for myself unless somebody comes along that just, you know, I think really needs a mermaid, and then I might make them one. I don't know if I'll give her up or not, but I think she's cute. So I don't know where she's going to live in my house, because normally I have things that I make things that sit on shelves, and since she's not going to sit on a shelf, I don't know where I'm going to put her. But anyway, I like her hair. If I had hair like that, I would probably stand there doing this. Alright guys, I'm gonna let you all get going, and I will leave a link below to Stringy Ding Ding so you can check out her website, check out and see if it would be beneficial to you to become a ding dong. We can all be ding dongs, okay? I don't have to be a ding dong by myself. I know April Lee from Be Wild by April is also a ding dong. So, I love my ding dong sister April. I will see you all again very soon. Bye, friends. Have a great evening.